Welcome back. Last time I placed my launch pad here in the void dim because I thought I had to, because I did have to in the original interactions. But in Remastered, that is no longer the case. So, I am going to dig this up. I'm going to void the 16 buckets of diesel in here just to trigger you. And I'm going to dig this up as well. And I'm going to make an actual nice launch platform in Nova because I can. And that is way cooler than launching from here in the void world with this slop. So I'm going to move everything back to the overworld. I'm going to build out a little area. I don't think it's going to be too heavily decorated because I don't know what kinds of buildings I need around it. So I think I'm just going to make like a square platform. I should go show you in Nova. I'll be right back. Yeah, okay, so what I was saying, what I'm thinking is I'm just going to have like a square platform here. This is going to be the center of my launchpad. This is where I'm going to launch from. I also found out that the maximum launchpad size is much larger than 5x5. It can be up to 11x11. So I may as well go all out and make the full 11x11. It's not like launchpads are particularly expensive. It's just, steel, concrete, and some dye. It's not so bad. The only issue is, this is sort of out of the range of my Lunar ritual, because I don't have a particularly good crystal in the ritual pedestal. But I think once I get to space, I can swap it out for a celestial crystal, which is better and probably has a much larger range, I hope. So I think I might be getting bullied by mobs pretty soon. That's gonna suck. Anyway, I'm gonna do some building. I don't think I'm gonna time-lapse it because it's not gonna be very interesting. I'm just gonna make a square. It's not the greatest thing in the world. Nice little square. Needs a lot more decoration, but we'll get to that. You know, I still don't have creative flight, so building is still pretty annoying, which is also why I still don't have a skyscraper. I really want to deal with that. Anyway, as you can see, I did get attacked by a mob, and as you can see on the map, there are mobs spawning nearby. So this is the limit of my ritual, which is about, how many chunks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chunk radius, I would guess. I also made some enhanced energy conduits. These needed energetic alloy, which is actually easy to make. It's just hydrogen, gold, and redstone. I made this conduit so I can get away with just having the one turbo combustion gen to power two thingies or more. The rocket assembling machine, the space station assembler, and the satellite builder. So I'm going to set these up as well. I also need to reset my structure tower, which I guess I'll do right now. Okay, so this is the big moment. It's time to put together the rocket and launch into space. I'll be back with a cute little design. I don't think I'm going to be able to do much because this monopropellant rocket engine is not particularly powerful. Yeah, I think I need a lot of engines if I want to actually decorate the rocket, so it's probably going to be something pretty bare bones, to be honest. So everything is now set up. I have my satellite builder, space station assembler, and rocket assembling machine. This one also just directly connects to the power source, so the conduit in this case. And the way the rocket works is fairly simple. I'm just going to place all the required things. So I need the engines. I need the fuel tanks. It's kind of a goofy setup I'm making, but it works, I guess. I'm going to place a seat here. And I'm going to place my guidance computer here. This is totally modular, I think. I'm pretty sure it just needs to have the things. You can arrange them however you want. So you can make all kinds of goofy setups if you want. I'm making the micro penis in this case, but you can do whatever you want. And here, I can scan this and probably time accelerate this as well. Yeah. Once it's done scanning, it shows me whether it's clear for liftoff. And all you need is for it to be clear for liftoff. And that happens if the acceleration is more than 0 meters per second square, which is kind of easy to get unless you start adding blocks to this. So if I wanted to decorate this, for example, by, I don't know, adding some concrete on the sides, and then I scan it again, now the acceleration is lower. It was 0.8 something, and now it's 0.33. So this still works. This would still take off, but it's a bit slower. Anyway, I'm just going to use the super basic version of this. Oh, before I construct this though, I'm realizing I'm forgetting a satellite bay. That's where the space station container goes. So I'm going to quickly go grab a satellite bay. Should be easy to make. That's the thing with the dirt chest, I think. And then I'm going to rescan and then click build. and then we'll see what to do. Now, if I'm honest, I don't know exactly how to do this. This is still clear for takeoff. I'm also going to build. I've added the satellite bay, as you can see. And what build does is it turns this into an entity. And now I can sit on this. If I shift right click, I can open the inventory, and there's a guidance computer in here. This is where the space station ID chip goes. And if I click the satellite bay, this is where the space station container goes. Now I need to fuel this, which I forgot to do. That's fine. I kind of haven't left enough space for the fueling station, so I think I'm just gonna put it here for now and clean this up later on. But here's the fueling station. I'm gonna put my buckets of fuel in here, and I'm going to link it with the linker. So I right click this, shift right click, and then I shift right click this, and that makes this really thin link that you can see if you look closely. I don't know if YouTube is gonna screw this up, but there's a really thin line that shows the link. And as you can see, the rocket fuel is being put into the rocket, slowly going in. And if I shift right click, I can see here, the fuel is filling up. Looks like it's not quite full on fuel. I'm gonna make a little bit more fuel. I do want to have an excess and also have more in there just in case. I wanna make sure this is full. So I'll be right back. Okay, all fueled up. Time to go. Let's do this. I'm scared. Gonna do another backup just in case. All right, we going. Oh boy. Oh, this looks cool. Oh! Would you ever ride a rocket like this? Oh fuck. What the hell is happening? Okay. I think I'm good. What's happening? Am I landing? I think I'm landing. Oh, I see the platform. I see the platform. This is good. I think this worked correctly. Thank God. This would have sucked to just fall to my death. The nice thing here is I don't have to do anything. I'm pretty sure this just slows itself down automatically, which is nice. Feels like I'm playing Kerbal Space Program or something. Okay, here we are on the space station. I do not want to fall off. And the first thing I want to do is make a celestial gateway. And also build this out just a little bit. Now I do have a pretty cool idea for what I want to do with this, but it needs to wait a little bit until I have a warp core so I can decorate it the way I want, let's just say. Anyway, for now, just gonna build out a little platform here, and I'm gonna put down my celestial gateway. I did bring blocks for this. Oh hey, festive version. That's cute. Anyway, let's place this thing down. So here's my celestial gateway. Nice and formed, and I should be able to go home from here like that. That says Nova. Perfect. I do want to build like a super cool space station because we actually do a lot of things in the space station. So I am actually going to spend time decorating this, but not yet. I'm going to fly this rocket back to Nova, but the space station is now set up. I can come back here and add to it whenever I want, which is awesome. All right, I'm going to head back, and then we'll discuss what to do next. I think I can just go to the moon, like right now. We'll see. Whoa, you take off really fast. Makes sense, no gravity. Cool. Back home. Oh, look at this. I really need to build the tower. This would have looked so much cooler with the tower. That's got to be a high priority. Maybe I can make a nanosuit. I didn't even think to look. Maybe not the advanced one, but I think I could make the basic one. This is really cheap. Carbon fiber and energium. Carbon fiber plates are not an issue. It's kind of simple. You just need carbon, basically. And the energium crystals are just energium dust in an autoclave. HV autoclave, which I have. The dust is just ruby plus redstone. That's chill. I also need night vision goggles, which, yeah, this is totally fine. Okay, I'm gonna quickly craft up a nanosuit. And then we'll look at going to the moon. Why is this thing like pitch black? Whatever. Hey, ender chests. That's nice. That's convenient. Alright. Got my nanosuit. I gotta charge it up though. Ooh, that's a lot of EU. Alright, it's gonna be a little bit. Wait, night vision? Oh, thank God. Thank God. Night vision. It's finally here. Surely I can charge it in here, right? Nice. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a wait. Anyway, in the meantime, while that charges, let's investigate going to the moon. To go to the moon, I need a planet ID chip. This needs 2 basic circuits and a satellite ID chip, which is a basic circuit. So I need 3 basic circuits. Perfect. That's exactly how many I have left. All right, planet ID chip. What do I do with this? If I go back to my rocket, shift right click, take out my space station ID chip and put in the planet ID chip, and then go back here to select destination. I believe, yep, I can choose the moon. Select. Now this should be, yep, programmed to the moon. Perfect. So now if I launch this rocket, I should go to the moon. And then I can make stellar alloy. I'm also going to get some stardust while I'm up there. That's kind of crazy to do 2 progression goals in one episode. It might be time to enter EV, to be honest. Titanium shouldn't be too difficult to make. There's the classic method here of magnesium dust plus titanium tetrachloride to make hot titanium. And then I can loop the magnesium in the magnesium chloride dust. The titanium tetrachloride comes from rutile, carbon, and chlorine, all of which I can make. The rutile is going to be the hardest part, of course, but I can get it from electrolyzing bauxite. And bauxite spawns in the nether. I can also get it from blasting ilmenite, though I'm not sure where I can get ilmenite. The nether. Do I have ilmenite? I might already have some ilmenite. Well, that would be nice. So I'm going to head to the moon, get some stuff, and then head to the nether, get some more stuff, and officially enter EV. And finally, make some applied energistics. Once I do that, my progression, I think, is going to skyrocket. In fact, I'm going to do a little bit of prep work ahead of schedule. So I'm still waiting for my nanosuit to charge up, and I think I'm going to be waiting for quite a bit. So I might go into the nether now and start mining up bauxite and getting titanium going. But also, I would like to make the Fluix chicken, because this thing makes Fluix enriched eggs, which make Fluix crystals, which is really nice. But of course, to make the chicken, I need a stack of pure Fluix crystals. I can do this. I know you can do it like the normal way of Fluix seeds, growing them in water or whatever, but I kind of just want to do it this way with the phytogenic insulator because I can time accelerate this. But I need Fluix seeds, which needs Fluix dust, which needs Fluix crystals, which is a mixer recipe, which is actually not so bad. It's just Certus and nether quartz, both of which I have. So I'm gonna craft up my pure Fluix crystals in the background, and also the phytogenic insulator, which, let me look at that actually. Yeah, that's not bad. This is pretty easy. Double compressed dirt, that's funny. This is pretty chill. Though I'm not sure why there are 2 recipes here. They look identical, except one uses 3 buckets of water and one uses 2.5. And less energy. Why would I ever not do? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do some prep work in the background. Be back soon. Look at this shit, man. MV maceration recipe. Okay, bro. Well, I may as well make an HV1 anyway. I can start getting some byproducts from ore proc. Oh shit, ore proc. I need an ore proc area. That can come after AE2. Alright, this should be done soon. Got my Fluix seeds, my glowstone dust, Everfull urn, filling this up. This will be done. I've also moved the miner to the nether here. This is gonna mine up all of the bauxite. It's already a good bit coming in. This is kind of nice because I don't get attacked by the pigmen, because I'm not the one mining, technically. Alright, it's moon time. Spacesuit goes on. I've set up a little transfer system here, so I don't need to have tons and tons of bags to pick up my ore. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ender chest to the moon, and I'm going to put all my ore inside of it, and it's going to immediately be pulled out and put into this small storage crate. That's my plan. I'm going to be digging for a while. Let's go to the moon. Let's do it. Ah, shit. I should have made a celestial gateway. Whatever. Next time. Here we are on the moon. It's not loaded yet, I think. Hello? Another major progression quest. Another trophy. Oh wait, I didn't get a trophy for this one. I guess that makes sense. What is that? A dungeon entrance? I am not doing dungeons on the moon. Okay, let's get some moon turf. Just collect this stuff. Why not? It's probably used here and there. Well, this is dark moon turf. Is this actually used for anything? I can make endstone from it, so okay, I'll keep it. And over here is some regular moon turf, which I knew I need because I saw them in the quests. And now let's look for what I'm really here for. Ooh, tiny pile of aluminium dust. Here's an aluminium vein. This has star metal in it. Perfect. That was easy. That was instant. Nice. Oh, it's like literally under the surface. Everything is finally going right for once. Here's the star metal ore. This unlocks quite a bit of stuff. And in fact, this even finishes one of the endgame goals to get star metal ore. Alright, I'm gonna just dig this for a bit. I'll be back soon. Alright, this is a decent haul to get started, especially the star metal ore. And actually, one of these quests, this one, gives me an attuned perfect celestial crystal. It's tuned to horologium, which I don't know what effect that has, but I would like to retune it if I can. I don't know if I can, but I would love to retune it to Lucerna so I can get a much bigger mob-proof area. Not sure what's happening. I just came back to Nova and it seems like it's bugged out. Hello? Is this a cheat moment to get myself out of this? Because this seems like it's just bugged. What if I save and quit? Oh, okay. That fixed it. My game is frozen though. Oh, we're back. Okay. Also, I looked up what horologium does. It tick accelerates in its radius, and I don't really care about that. So I'm going to see if I can re-attune this. I don't know if that's possible, but if it is, I'm going to re-attune this to Lucerna and restart the ritual. I'm also going to formulate a plan because I don't know exactly how I want to continue from here. I think I'm going to enter EV. That's probably smart. And set up some AE2. That's probably also smart. I know I'm going to need some stellar alloy. That is something I know for a fact I need. So I'm going to start... Holy shit. Okay, I'm going to start blasting this stuff. I also need nichrome coils. So that's going to happen too. The recipe for stellar alloy dust needs infinity dust, which is mildly annoying. But that's fine. Also energized glowstone, but that's just fluid extracted glowstone. Stardust, fluix dust, and crushed black quartz. Crushed black quartz is on the moon. Okay. I'm gonna make another celestial gateway, because I don't want to have to fly the rocket every time. Alright, I got a plan. We're setting up AE2.